Hi everybody, Brian here from quantlabs.net. Just wanted to go over a couple of things. I'll be showing you the latest strategy that I've developed in MotiveWave with a combination of RSI and Bollinger band width indicators. So before I get started, two things. First, we have our book or books. If you come to quantlabs.net/book, sign up and get some free stuff. Well, basically PDF books. And that's that. You'll be put on our daily newsletter. On top of that, a lot of people may not know it is leading up to the Black Friday event for MotiveWave, November 26th. So if you're interested in this, just come over to anywhere on the site, quantlabs.net. I put a new little button there called MotiveWave. That'll take you to the latest information on MotiveWave and what's going on with them with a 30% sale on right now. Okay, yeah. All right, so I am using IQ I'm specifically using the Forex option. So the data I'm looking at is from FXCM. So a couple of things I want to highlight here before I get started is the type of studies that I'm using, which is another way of saying indicators. So in here, if I go, call it Bollinger bandwidth. So typically, just in a nutshell, I've shown this before. There's a graphic line showing the contradiction between the expansion of the two bands. It measures volatility. So a high BB width often indicates a slowing trend, where the low width indicates a forming trend. So here you can see you could set the standard deviation for the band of the Bollingers, but there's a little catch. So I've got my own indicator I've just developed here called RSI BBW. So it's just basically that, RSI and the BBW, Bollinger bandwidth. Here you may have seen this one, which also combined with ROC, rate of change. I've taken that out because what I'm finding is the more indicators you have, they don't line up properly. Chances are you'll miss opportunities. So I'm just combining both the RSI and BBW. Okay, so BBW again is Bollinger band width. Okay, so in here, a few things that I've added from a programmatic sense. I'll be talking about this for my Quant Elite folks. And speaking of, let's just get pertaining to the Black Friday event. If you go over to quantlabs.net, go into the new store or reactivated Shopify store. In there, you will find a link here, Quant Elite. As we lead up to the Elite sale, this is the last chance you'll get 2-year subscription, which will include the Quant Analytics service. After Tuesday on Black Friday, I think it's the 2nd or 3rd, you will expect to pay $9.97 just for the programming component and all the courses that I give and all the future stuff, and it's an annual subscription. And then if you want the analytics, that's going to be a totally standalone, independent membership. And as time progresses, you'll know why, where that whole new service will become fairly expensive because of the power that I let on the leveraging of MotiveWave, and what it can do is I do more analysis. So we have that again, the Black Friday event for MotiveWave itself, the platform, 30% off, and of course my Elite with the current setup until the end of Cyber Monday. So continuing along. So in here, you'll see two new indicators or two new parameters I put in. We know about, I've just mentioned that we have the standard deviation. I've also included a parameter of the BBW. So there's an upper line for that, and then there's the lower. So I've tested this, and it's very different for each instrument and each instrument within the asset class that you're using. So I allowed you to change that, but usually if it's less than zero point 0.2, even preferably 0.1, the more accurate it is. So for now, I'm just testing around at 0.2. And so if that indicator of the low indicator is less than 0.2, meanwhile, the RSI approaches 50 and goes above, that's to confirm that there's no fake out here. And chances are it will be a trading opportunity. I've tested it. So that's how this indicator study works, okay? So with that in mind, there's a few things we can look at. If you've been watching my videos, you know we have the scanning capability of MotiveWave, and we also have the optimize as well. So the scanning allows you to see what is currently having a good chance of meeting those trading conditions for the entry and exit of that indicator, and it gets rated. So these are the excellent ratings for these particular pairs that are mentioned here. And again, you'll notice here this is for both hourly and daily data. You can easily do that by setting it up. And I've shown videos on how to do this. It's very powerful. So here we can put in all the pairs that we want. The bar sizes, I've got two, one daily, one hourly, and then of course the study here. And here I may need to change this parameter for the hourly data, okay? Because right now it works for both hourly or daily. So far, as I said, also the criteria here is that your BB low band, that BBW has to be less than 0.2%. So you can modify that as you play around with this fun, this particular indicator. So it's pretty powerful. Nice thing about MotiveWave, it's all there for you. All the plumbing's available instead of having you to go ahead and play around and screw around with things. So here's our excellent opportunities. Now, the other one that's probably more critical is the backtesting capability. Here, I've run an optimize against all the different available pairs. And you can see here it's not generating any form of profit loss. Again, that's early stages. I could be obviously messing up either in the parameter settings or in the code. So I'm not too worried about this. What I do want to see is what I did with the Python, be able to run it as is and see if there's any form of trading opportunity here, and maybe not. The optimize tool may not pick them up. I'm not sure. So we got to run it for a little bit and see where it goes. All right, so that's the indicator. Now, here, when you look at the scan, we have some looks to be good opportunities here. So I'm not gonna, bore you to death over this. But one thing I do want you to take away is a couple of things. This is my first indicator study for the MotiveWave. Not only that, I have written the equivalent of a strategy, again, without the ROC, the rate of change. So here we have all the same standard parameters I introduced you to in the study, all the lower indicator. Now these names I can easily clean up in the code, and I can run that and hopefully see it trade or do whatever it takes, and that will probably be traded against whatever I've loaded up in the charting in the home section here. Let's see. So the only one I have currently running is the pound against the yen. And here, I'll go through this in the code walkthrough in my next video, but that's going to be private, only available for my elite. So if I load up the study log here, this is all the debugging I made available through the different commands. So we are able to track that. So again, the Black Friday is, and then when I'm saying I'm doing a code walkthrough, it's for my elite members only. So that will be available to those that want to take advantage of this or currently are members. And again, right now, up until this Tuesday, today is November 26, 2019, sorry. $9.97 will get you 2 years of the elite plus the quant analytics service. That will be a completely separate service as of Tuesday, and it's going to be a mind-blowing, amazing new set of things, not just signals, but be able to capture all my desktop information from my MotiveWave and all my charts and all my analysis. I can easily send that over to members via Dropbox or in my membership section. So this will be really important to take advantage of for the Black Friday. And as I said before, we've got the Black Friday event for MotiveWave. And if you're just wanting to get started, you can always come to, again, quantlabs.net/book and take full advantage of that. Fill out the form and get put on the mailing list of what's available out there and keep up to date with what we're doing. All right, so that's pretty well it. Hopefully I've shown you some really powerful tools here in MotiveWave and all that. We'll have some more good, cool announcements coming up later in the week. Over and out. Thanks for watching.